Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, currently the manager of Besiktas in the Turkish National League, makes his return to Manchester United to save the season. Right guys, now Ole is here at United. We're going to take a look at the squad we've got to work with. Looking at the way this team's lining up right now, I don't think this is ideal. We're playing with Dorgu, Xerxes, Højlund, Bruno, Garnacho. We've got Dalot in the middle. Yeah, this is going to need some work.
1 hour later.
Trying to make the best out of a bad bunch. I think this is the best squad that we've got on paper. We've got Garnacho and Ahmad out wide, Menu, Ugarte, Fernandez, Xerxes. We've played Shaw, Dalot, Maguire, Martinez and Onana in goal. I know that he was a fan of Shaw at his time. I know that he was a fan of Maguire, but let's see how they can perform this season. Whilst Ole was here, he got us second. I mean, I believe we can do it again. I think the first thing we've got to do is go over and try and sign a striker because United do lack in the number 9 position. Højlund has only managed to bag 3 goals in his last 28 appearances for Manchester United, which is one of the worst stats we've seen for a striker in years, and we have had some rough ones. Right, lads, I'm going to try and keep this one realistic. We have got Matheus Cunha, okay? He's currently linked with United in real life. I'm not sure if he's going to go there. Of course, it would be a great signing for us. Hopefully, he can transform our Manchester United team. We're going to try and buy him right now. Let's see if we can get a good deal for him. Right, our first signing has been complete. Matheus Cunha from Wolves to United. We got an A on the price rating. Cannot complain too much. Moving on to our next signing. I know Manchester United fans absolutely would love this to happen in real life. I don't see it happening, unfortunately. But for the sake of the career mode, we're going to sign him. Viktor Gyökeres to United. We're swapping Rasmus Højlund, who, let's be honest, is not on the best form at United right now. And 70 million roughly for Gyökeres. Of course, it's going to be an A. Right, lads, after a couple of signings, we've finally got our team together. We're lining up with Gyökeres up front in the same 4-3-3 that Ole used to play at United. Now, let's speak about some objectives for the season. The first objective, we're going to try and achieve a Champions League spot. Ole finished 2nd and 3rd with Manchester United when he was in charge, so there's no reason why he can't do it again. Moving on, the second objective I've got for us is to compete for one of the current competitions we're in. We're in the Europa League, we're in the FA Cup. I want us to at least get to the semi-final of one of them this season. And for the final objective, one thing United didn't manage to do much under Ole was keep clean sheets. So we're going to aim to complete over 12 clean sheets this season. So that's 13 or more. Now the objectives are out the way, we're going to head into pre-season and see how the team does. Right, this is our pre-season tournament invite. I don't know which one to go for, boys. I think we've got to go for the European Shield, definitely. The first match of the European Shield is against Werder Bremen from the German League. Hopefully we win it. And we do, with a Garnacho and Bruno goal. Gyökeres getting a red on his debut. Right, let's move on to the next game. Second match day is against Frankfurt. This one's going to be a little bit harder. Of course, Gyökeres has got the red, so he's going to have to miss the game. We're going to swap the squad round and see what we can do. At least that means Xerxes can have a game up front. Right, boys, the squad has been changed around a little bit. Let's see how we do against Frankfurt. This game's going to be a little bit trickier than the last one. And it's 2-2. Menu with the late winner. Bruno Fernandez scoring the early one. I mean, we could still get through the cup if we win the 3rd game, I'm pretty sure. Now, we have Bayern Munich. Having a quick look at the standings, if we do win this game, we do win the European Shield.
Are you sure about that?
Of course, Gyökeres serving his 1-match ban, he is back, but we've had to swap around the team a little bit just because of players being tired. Hopefully, we can still go on and win it. And we've lost. Who could have predicted that were going to happen? Kingsley Coman and Harry Kane scoring against us. We've not managed to pick up our first trophy of the season, but it's only pre-season. We forgot about it, straight into the Premier League. And this is where the real test begins. United are currently sat at 14th in the Premier League under Ruben Amorim. But let's see if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can work some magic. Right, lads, just before the season starts, I've decided to bring in one more signing just to help the lads out. We need someone who can play in that midfield role. We've released Casemiro. and I feel like the best player is no other than Felix Mecha from Borussia Dortmund. We need a replacement for Casemiro. We need someone who's going to be able to sub in when the players get tired. To me, he looks like the perfect signing. Anyway, moving on to the first game now is United versus Fulham. Everyone is fit and ready. Let's see how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does with his first Premier League game in charge. And we've won it 2-0. Gyökeres and Amad Diallo scoring on the first game of the season, keeping a clean sheet as well. I see a lot of green along the player ratings. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Right, a very successful first day. I'm not going to make you all sit here and watch through the whole of the games. It will get very boring. So I'm going to sim halfway through the season, see how we're getting on. There we sit, top of the Premier League table. Let's see how long this will last. Right, guys, fast forwarding now. We are halfway through the season, and it's sad to say we are sat in 6th place. Spurs are 3 points ahead of us. Newcastle, Arsenal, Liverpool, City all ahead of us. It's looking like a better season than we're doing in real life anyway, but we've still got a lot of work to do if we want to reach that top 4 objective. Having a look at the stats mid-season, we can't see any Manchester United players near the top of top goal scorer. We cannot see Gyökeres anywhere in it, not even the top 25. And the same when we come over to assists. We've got Bruno Fernandes sat at 6th place with 4 assists. Bruno Fernandes could be doing better than that. Whereas for the clean sheets, we've had 4 clean sheets. Only 1 off first. A lot of people had joined. It is only mid-season. Hopefully all this United team can turn it around. We've got a lot of work to do. Having a look at the squad now, I know that Garnacho's gone up in rating. Amad's gone up in rating. We've got a couple players. It says they're performing well. Now that we've had a look how they're getting on, I'm going to head over to the end of the season, and hopefully United have turned things around and had a better end to the season than we've had start. We have now just simmed to the end of the season. Let's see how United did. Okay, right, we're going to go straight over to the standings now and see how we did. I know United ain't in the Champions League, but Real Madrid do win the Champions League 2-0 to Barcelona. In the UEFA Super Cup, Real Madrid also win that. In the European Shield, we already know we came 3rd. Alright, so we did not win the Carabao Cup. City won it over Brighton 2-1. We got knocked out by City in the semi-finals. They won on penalties as well. Oh, that would not have been a bad game at all. Moving on, we've got the Emirates FA Cup, which City also won 5-0 to Crystal Palace. We went out to Crystal Palace in the quarterfinals 2-1. Now moving on to the FA Community Shield, and this is where we finally do finish on top. Finally, for the first time, Manchester is red in this save. We beat City 2-1 in the final. Now we move on to the main objective, the league. Can Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Reds turn this season around? They were 6th place and they finished. We've came 4th. We actually did it. Oh my God! Manchester United are getting Champions League football. Oh my God! Well, that's one of the objectives complete. Let's move on and see if we completed any of the other 2 objectives. Now let's take a look at Europe. Chelsea won the Conference League. We won the Europa League. Yeah. We won the Europa League. So we came 4th in the Premier League and won the Europa League. That means even if we didn't finish top 4, we would have had Champions League football next season anyway. We beat Lazio 5-0. I can't believe that this Manchester United side has managed to win the Europa League. Now we're going to have a look at the player stats. As you can see, I wouldn't imagine any United player got top goal scorer. Gyökeres, with a surprising turnaround, did come 5th in the top goal scorers, or Garnacho just behind him on the same amount of goals. Hey, I wouldn't consider that too bad. With the assist, Bruno Fernandes did come 2nd, 1 assist behind Martinelli. Clean sheets, Andre Onana has got 8. Oh no. Hey, I was asking a lot. I was asking a lot for 12. That's one of our objectives failed. But anyway, that is our first season in charge with OLES takeover. Right guys, well that brings us to the end of the video. Leave a comment down below of who we should sign next season in this United takeover. Make sure to like, subscribe and let me know any objectives I should complete with this team next season. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.